Just follow your dream, just follow your passion. I know, everyone knows. And it seems that every single successful person says the same thing. And it credits their success to the fact that they found this thing that they call their passion, or they found this thing. But no one ever tells you how. What the fuck does it mean to find your passion? Because passion is not something like this cup or this pen, right? It's elusive. It looks different for every single person, because someone could be passionate about cups or pens, and someone else could be just as passionate about justice, good. The point is, to say find your passion when it doesn't have to be anything inherently physical is already misleading. It's already bringing people down the wrong path. And I think for me, for lack of a better term, what's helped me find my passion for social media, my passion for psychology, my passion for coaching others and helping others. It wasn't something that I found. I became aware of the fact that I was passionate about these things through observing myself. And that's it. You gotta treat yourself. You gotta treat yourself not like yourself. Just look at yourself as if you're a stranger. Look at yourself as if you just met yourself. Because it is only in that way are you able to understand yourself in a way that's not clouded by your own subjective experiences, by your own subjective perspective that might be hindering you or limiting you. Because when you learn to see yourself and observe yourself for what you actually are and what you actually do, and that in itself is a process and a skill, you then are able to notice what you gravitate towards, what gives you energy without the subjective expectations and standards that you put on yourself, or the people that you love, or the people around you put on yourself. I've always been enamored and romanticized the idea of posting my thoughts on social media. But the fear of judgment and the fear of cringe and all these subjective fears stopped me from ever noticing that. I was always interested in psychology. I was always interested in philosophy. I was always interested in helping others. And that was reflected through the books that I read. It was reflected through the fact that I spent a summer coaching basketball and being a basketball trainer. I spent a summer working at a clinic, but the demand characteristics of the environment that I was in and the expectations of the people that I love led me to dedicate 2 years to a pursuit that I felt nothing for, literally nothing. Even if you have an inkling of negative emotion, like loathing or hate, at least you can use that. At least there's substance there, at least there's something there that allows you to transmute that into something positive. But to feel nothing, that's where I was at. Just apathy, meaninglessness. Just life seemed like a void. But once I did away with all that, and once I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself and I was like, hey, nice to meet you. Who are you and what do you like? And I let myself just observe myself. And I observed all the actions that I've done and all the thoughts that I've had up until this point. It led me to realize what I actually gravitated towards and what I'm actually passionate about. So what do you want to do? A seemingly simple question, but I'm not even sure that you're sure of how to answer that question. And you know deep down whether you're being 100% with yourself or if you're just fucking with yourself when you're asked that question, what do you want to do? And if you have even an inkling of doubt when you answer that question, you gotta figure out why. Because there shouldn't be any doubt. Because once you feel no doubt, once you stay true to yourself and honest with yourself, and there is no doubt in answering that question, that will give you the conviction, and that will give you the determination and the drive that, I guess, represent the pillars of success. Bro, you should be energized to wake up. You should be excited to wake up. Waking up in the morning shouldn't be like something that you loathe. And the thing is, like, it feels like that there's something wrong with you, right? Or maybe there's something wrong with the world that's causing you to be so unexcited about going out there and living life. But this might be the answer, this might not be, but I'd be willing to place my bet on it. You just haven't found that thing yet. Or maybe you're not even aware that this thing even exists. What is this thing, you ask? This thing is something that doing more of it actually gives you more energy. It's this magical thing. And like, we're taught like energy in, energy out, energy expended can never be recuperated. But there are things that defy the laws of science all the time. Your thoughts, your drives, your willpower, your emotions, your imagination still can't be fully described by science and the laws of science. And I'm telling you right now, there is something out there that once you find it and you do more and more of it, it will give you more and more in return. It sounds too good to be true, yes. But because it is such a coveted thing, of course it's going to be hard to find. Of course it's going to hide itself behind walls. Some of those walls created by others, but most of those walls created by yourself. And once you come into contact with that thing, you'll know in your heart that this is what you're meant to do. And if you devote your life to it, who knows? Who fucking knows? Who knows what can come out of it?